I have the immense privilege of hanging out with you this afternoon, and we're going to be talking about beautiful, glowy, dewy skin. We're going to do highlighter, and we're going to do that contour. We're going to get that nice, glow in your skin that we love to have, especially during summer. So we have some fabulous products, everything you need to complete a face. And we will have the links and whatnot below so that you can find a lot of these products that we're talking about. But I am joined by our amazing Makeup Monday Brigade. Hey, everybody. Yeah. Okay, so this is kind of like our unofficial happy hour on Mondays at 4 o'clock. So we have a really good time. We hopefully learn some things together. And I even get the opportunity to try makeup products that I haven't before, but get to share some of my tips. So I'm a host here at QVC. I'm one of the newer hosts. I joined back in September, but hit the air earlier this year in January. So you've probably never seen me unless you're up in the middle of the night because I work the overnight shift right now. So if you're up between the hours of 1 a.m. and 7 a.m. East Coast time, then you and I have probably hung out. But if not, first of all, I just want to say hello. It's wonderful to meet you. I'd love for you to join the conversation on Facebook. We are live streaming right now on Courtney Kason's Facebook page, my Facebook page, which is Rochelle McCrae QVC, our QVC Facebook page. I believe we're also on YouTube. Is that right now?
We
live
are.
streaming?
We are.
But we can only interact with your comments on Facebook. So if you would love to join the chat, say hello, tell me where you're from, maybe how long you've been shopping at QVC, or you even have makeup tips of your own, please join the conversation because that's really what makes this fun, is getting the opportunity to chat with you. So again, today we're doing the golden hour, which is that glowy, dewy skin. But before we get started, I think we're going to do a poll today because, first of all, I am always on vacation. And I do Travel Tuesdays on my Facebook page, and then I also do Instagram takeovers on the QVC Instagram page. So I've done a few. We have traveled to Cleveland, Ohio. Have either one of you been there before? No. So there's a lot to do in Cleveland. It was my second time.
There's always on the Kardashians. They're always saying.
Are they really?
Fun to do.
There's so much. Well, there's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which we visited.
So cool.
I went with my family. We went to the. I went down in a submarine. Have either one of you been into a submarine?
I have.
Have you?
Yeah.
Did you feel claustrophobic?
It was horrible.
It was horrible.
It was like 25 people on one side and then 25 people on the other side, and you are just in that little window in front of you. They're like, look at the fish, and it's like, I can't because there's 5 people next to me.
Yeah, forget it.
Yeah, no, it's horrible.
So I went down into a military submarine, which I'd never been. By the way, thank you to all of our military service members because honestly, I have so much respect for being able to go down and live down there for months at a time. I was down there for about 15 minutes, and honestly, I looked at my husband and I said, I have got to go. So
I would be the same way.
We were out of there. But anyways, today I'm getting ready to head out on vacation later this week. So I'd love to know. My husband and I aren't sure where we should go this week. We did not plan very well. So right now we're in Philadelphia. We're just outside of Philly where the QVC studios are. And we don't know where to go. Do we go north up towards New York? Maybe, I don't know, maybe even into Canada? Do we stay kind of local or should we go down south? Like you were mentioning maybe Nashville or even Florida.
A big spot right now.
But is it hot?
No, I think
is
it's
it nice?
I think it's nice. They're saying the best time to go is in the fall, but I think right now, and I don't think you can miss with it.
Okay.
They're saying there's so much to do. There's all those Instagram-y wings. Did you ever see that wing picture?
Yes.
Yeah,
is that where that is? Is
that's
in Nashville?
In Nashville, yeah.
Okay.
And then there's there's some town or something. We'll have to look it up.
Okay, so you guys tell me, should we go north, stay local, or head down south? And then also join me on Travel Tuesdays because this summer for my getaway guide, I'm doing a beach day getaway where I feature a couple different beaches. So that will be a lot of fun. But while you're on this beach vacation or while I'm on my beach vacation, we want that summer dewy look. And so it really is kind of a process. It doesn't have to be a big process, but there's a way to achieve that look. First and foremost, it always starts with what you put on your skin before the makeup hits your face. So thank you, Mike Z.
You're welcome.
My water has entered the room. I'm so thankful. You guys, it is kind of warm in Philly. I know I'm from Phoenix, but it's hot with the humidity.
Yes, it's humid.
What is happening? Well, but Phoenix is a dry heat, which I will tell you now that I've experienced both. It's a difference. Like in Phoenix, you walk outside, it's like being smacked in the face by an oven. Like it's like you walked into an oven or a blow dryer.
Sure.
Here, it's like you're just constantly
It's like walking through
icky.
a sauna.
It's like you walked into a sauna,
It's like
right?
walking through clam chowder.
Sure.
I say that about everything, though.
Walking through clam chowder?
Yeah, it's like, you just can say it about everything.
Okay, well, don't mind my water. I realize it's not pretty, but it's all right. Okay, so again, it starts with the things that we put on our skin. So generally you want to start with a great moisturizer, and then you usually go into kind of like you'll start with your serum, then the moisturizer, and then we do our primer. So realistically, after you cleanse your skin, one of the best ways to get kind of that even look is by putting on a serum. The serums, especially something like Tatcha, this is the Violet C Brightening Serum. So I'm going to show you this here so you can see it. Let me get it towards the camera there. So this is a really great product because you're going to put this on, you can really put this on twice a day. You don't have to only put it on once. I use my serums twice a day. Do you? Or do you only use it once? You have beautiful skin.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Do you use your serums twice?
Yeah. And then we talked about this last week, put them in the fridge in the summer.
Oh, that's
that?
a great piece of advice. Especially if you live in Arizona. It's 100, I think it's 110 degrees next week.
So
really?
there's a ton of people in the chat room.
Hi, everyone.
Sarah from Florida.
Hi, Sarah.
Katrina from Indiana.
Hi, Katrina.
Who else? Angela from Washington State.
Hi, Angela.
We're very excited to be here.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to have you all. Thank you for joining. So this is the brightening serum. You're going to use 1 to 2 pumps here, and you're just going to massage this into your dry skin. So what's great about this, like, I was a makeup artist like in another lifetime ago, and I always put things at the top of my skin because, well, this is really dewy, which is great. A lot of times because you just use less product and it will last you a little bit longer, right? But like, look how consistent that is. So I'm just gonna put this on first. This is gonna give me a nice, even skin tone. It's gonna brighten. I did come here, I do have a little bit of moisturizer on already, but that's okay. Like, you can always layer on top. It doesn't really change much, and quite frankly, with serums and things like that, you can kind of never go wrong. So I'm just gonna put this on first. And really when you put this on, it's the best practice is really to like pat it into your skin. I learned that from a fabulous esthetician, my friend Diane in Chicago. But really, you really want to kind of do this more than rubbing, because rubbing and pulling is not really great for our skin. But I'm a culprit. Do you guys do that? I do it. Even though I know I'm not supposed to, I'm like rubbing it in my face, right? Yep. So kind of pat that in. Put your serum on first after you've cleansed your skin. And then the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to add that moisturizer, okay? So this is the Ultra Hydrating. It's anti-aging. This has the Japanese purple rice, and this is for drier skin, which I am a dry skin gal. I do find that when I drink my water like I'm supposed to, I drink my electrolytes like I'm supposed to, I have less issues. But when, I don't do what I'm supposed to. I don't know. Do you guys ever experience that? Like when you're just not drinking your water, you're just not using the right products. Do you get dry skin? I know everyone's skin is different.
Yeah, like patches.
Like patches.
Yeah.
Sure. Right. So, and then you always put moisturizer on before your makeup?
Yes, always, yeah. Always.
So I'm a big fan of Tatcha.
Oh,
I think it's some of the best skincare I've ever used.
I love Tatcha. It smells so fresh.
And yeah. Oh, it does smell really good. Mm-hmm. So this is my first time using this specific product. I use their rice, the rice exfoliator. If you haven't tried that before, it is amazing. I don't know if we can put that in the comments as well, because it's something that you will really, really love. If you've never tried it, oh, I gotta tell you. And by the way, it's a really great time to be shopping with QVC because it's our birthday. It's our 33rd birthday here at QVC. And with 33, Christine Zell said we don't look a day over 29. It's been a lot of fun joining our birthday here. It's a celebration, but it's a really great time to shop because, first of all, if you happen to have a Q card, if you shop at QVC a lot, you get 5 easy pays from my understanding on everything online and on air if you shop with your Q card. But everything this month is on Easy Pay for the month of June, which it's a great time to stock up on your favorite beauty products like this one here. Again, Tatcha is one of those things, like, to me, this is worth the investment. This really changed my skin. I have, I'm not wearing any makeup. I have pretty severe scarring on my face, but you can't see it. As I started using the exfoliating, the Japanese Tatcha, which is the rice, and I started using some of the brightening, and it is literally really changed my skin. And I do. I mix it a little bit with the alginist too, but which we also have here at QVC. That mask that I did, the green mask, the probiotic mask, that was amazing. I bought it as soon as I left here. Oh yeah. So
I think the weirder the color, the better the mask. That's my rule.
The weirder the color, the better the mask.
Sure.
You know, Mike Z, I think that you probably have, with how much you get to do this, you probably have better makeup tips than I do at this point.
I would agree. I'm pretty good between me and Sean. Sean's been doing this longer than I have.
Sure.
But sometimes we'll just make each other up.
Okay.
Yeah, just when it's a slow day. But enough about us. Let's go back
He
to
digresses. Okay, so serum first, then your moisturizer, and then we're gonna put on primer. Okay, so primer, truthfully, is one of your beauty secret weapons. This is one of those things that you always should put on before your makeup, because here's what it does. It creates a barrier between your skin and whatever you're putting on it. So what that does is a couple things. First of all, it's gonna lay your makeup on a little bit flatter. It's also going to separate so you don't have it, let's say, clogging your pores as much. I mean, that's the easiest way to really put it. But this is kind of almost a protectant. Plus, you're gonna get better coverage. Things are gonna look a little bit more even. And it's just going to help your makeup application in general. So if you don't have a great primer, might I recommend this one? This is the Bare Minerals Violet Glow Primer. So what's great about this is this kind of has like a little bit of a light to the back of it, which is great. And the light will help kind of reflect any skin imperfections. It's gonna help with those fine lines and wrinkles. And you'll notice as I'm putting it here on my hand, let me put that up for you. It's kind of that purpley tone. So that's gonna help you also even out skin tone. So maybe you've seen ladies like that green, you'll see some that it's green, you'll see maybe a pink, you'll see a purple. They all do different things, but that purple is gonna give us like that nice even skin tone. Who's talking to me?
Katrina has an interesting question.
Hi, Katrina.
Maybe we want to put this in our back pocket until we get to eyeliner.
Okay.
But she asks, do you have to put eyeliner on the top lash and the bottom lash of the same eye? When she does it, she always looks like a raccoon. So I think, do you always have to put it on the bottom lash?
No.
One
So,
or the other?
so one of my rules with eyeliner is it depends on the shape of your eyes. Everybody has different shaped eyes. Everybody has obviously a different shaped face. And so I think really when you're putting on your eyeliner, if you feel like it's too thick, like I have small eyes. So for me, and they're almost almond shaped, but I manipulate the shape of my eyes with an eyeliner, especially when I'm like going on air at night. We've kind of played a little bit because it's Angela, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Angela, I'm a little
Katrina.
bit. Oh, Katrina, sorry. Katrina, I'm a little bit like you. When I put it too thick on the top or too thick on the bottom, I'm like you. It looks kind of, it doesn't look right. So what we've done is when I want to wear it top and bottom, we will do a very, very thin line. So using like a brush, I don't have one here in front of me, but they have like eyeliner brushes that are super, 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 super thin. Those are great to get like right on that water line. The other thing is if you're putting it down below here, you want to put it right on the basically almost in your water line. The other way to do it is if you want to have top and bottom, like I do it when I want it more dramatic, you can put it on the inside of your water line. But if you're using like a stick liner, you're going to get a thicker line. Where if you use more of a liquid liner or a gel liner with a thinner brush, you'll get a thinner line. So I hope that answers your question, Katrina. If you have more, of course, put them below, and I can get into more detail, but hopefully that was helpful. But a gel liner that's waterproof will really be your friend in trying to get more of a precise line. And it takes a little bit of practice, but honestly, if you get the thin brush, it's all about what you're using to apply. It'll be really easy. So that's that. Okay, so I've primed my skin now. You want to let it sit for just a couple seconds. That's why I was waiting. But I'm going to move right into getting into the glowy skin. So Here, today we're using the Josie Marin Whipped Argan Beauty Butter. Okay, I have 2 colors here. Now, truthfully, if you see my bad tan that I have going on, I self-tanned in my bathroom today, and I've been self-tanning since before self-tanning was like a thing. You basically had like one product to choose from, and you were pretty much turning orange when you did it. It wasn't really brown. And so I know all the rules. Like, you're supposed to exfoliate, and then you're supposed to moisturize the night before and do all these things. I did none of those things when I came in today, but for the purpose of this, I did not want my arms reflecting light onto the camera. So we have a little bit darker color, but I want to tell you that if you have fair skin, you can still get dewy, glowy, tanned skin. One trick that I do when I do self-tan, I do not tan my face. Do you girls tan your face?
I do.
You do?
I do.
Do you?
I don't.
You do not. So why don't you? You just don't like having the excess?
Did we talk about how most self-tanners, you can't, like, it's not good to use on your face? They use some of, like, the spray.
Yeah.
I've always done the, we talked about this last week. It was like you put your moisturizer in your hand.
Sure.
And then you put a little bit of the self-tanner in it and you rub it in.
Right.
Yeah.
And I've always done it that way. I don't do it, like, every single day just because it gets way too dark on my skin.
Right.
But, like, if I've done it, like, once a week, I think that's fine.
Okay. So, like, when I tan at home, I'll tan up to my neck. So right now you can't see because it's still developing, but like literally I'll come into the studio and it'll be like this crazy glowing face and then it'll be like tan all the way down. But I choose not to do it because I just feel like I just have a different type of skin where I feel like it makes my pores look a little bit larger and I don't really care for that. So what I do in that instance, and you can do it too, I'll just use a darker foundation and I'll match it and blend it down, right? So we have 2 colors here today. First is the tan, which this is what I would use if I was like tan. Like once I go to the beach, this is where I would go. And I don't know about you ladies, but I keep 2 different types of makeup colors in my makeup kit at all times. I have a light and a dark. Do you guys
always,
do that?
yeah.
And then you can always mix when you're in between, right?
Oh, always, yeah.
So I'm going to first try out the medium, which is normally my color. It's a little lighter than normal, but I think this should work. And I'm going to apply with a beauty blender. So when you're applying your foundation, I know a lot of people like to use their fingers, and you can absolutely do that. But one thing to get your makeup nice and even and get a great application is by the tools that you use. And it matters because not all tools are created equal. My opinion personally on one of the best application tools you can have in your beauty arsenal is the Beauty Blender. When this thing came out, I rejoiced because here's the thing. First of all, it uses less product. Second of all, it takes away excess products. You don't have to worry about, have you guys ever put makeup on, it just feels cakey, even when it's lightweight? Just because, oh yeah, she goes, oh yeah. Because it doesn't always work out. So if you do not have a beauty blender, I encourage you to get one because first of all, they're foolproof. They're very easy to use. But in reality, if you don't want a bunch of brushes in your kit, the beauty blender can actually work to apply blush, eyeshadow. I wouldn't recommend doing eyeliner with this, so I'd still get an eyeliner brush, but you can also use it for your foundation as well. So I'm going to show you how to use it if you've never used one. They come there. Look how cute it is. It comes all small and nice.
It's all small, and then by the end of it, you're like, why is it this color?
Yeah, exactly. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put it in this bowl of water right here. This is how you get the Beauty Blender to grow, if you will, because this is, you want the Beauty Blender wet. So I'm going to put it in here. I'm going to take my phone off because you guys don't care what that looks like. And then all you do is just like squeeze it. I put this under a running water, honestly, at home. And then I just kind of squeeze away. Do you ladies use Beauty Blender?
Always.
Always.
Every day.
All right, so who's talking to us? What is everyone saying?
A lot of people are just saying hello. We
Hi.
got some people from Texas, North Carolina.
Hey.
One of my favorite states, Iowa.
Okay,
Another Florida,
okay.
Indiana, Michigan.
Mike Z, why is Iowa one of your favorite states?
When I used to travel, we did a shoot in Boise, and it was just really wonderful.
Okay,
Just like kind of
crazy.
just great town, great vibe, really pretty.
yeah.
I just loved it.
Okay.
I almost, would possibly move there.
Okay,
So yeah, I think it's just very underrated.
all right.
Yeah.
That's
so-
fair.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever been anywhere that you think is underrated? That you're like, wow, you were surprised when you got there?
Underrated?
Yeah.
Let me think.
I'll let you think about it. Let me
Think
know.
about that for a second.
Yeah. And do we have any suggestions on where I should take vacation? Should I go up to New York, down
so
to
it's
the south?
So it's sounding like you have 74% are saying head to a beach town.
Head to a beach town, okay?
Down south, coming in second.
Okay.
And then the city's trailing. City's trailing pretty hard.
Is
so
it?
Maybe a beach town for you.
A baby beach town. Okay, so if we're gonna do beach town, if that's what's winning, then my next question is which beach town do I can go to several. Like we have a couple days, so I can drive. And my husband and I are road trip people. So like we're not afraid of a drive.
Right.
So like where should we go?
I like Charleston, South Carolina.
See,
Yeah,
that
that's
sounds
awesome.
amazing.
You're so pretty.
Yeah,
How long does it take to get there from Philly?
it's probably like,
Can we take a train? We'll take trains.
trains are fun.
Trains
I
are
love
fun.
Trains.
Do you enjoy trains? Okay, so Beauty Blender's wet and fabulous. Now I will tell you at home what I would normally do after I get this wet. I would take a towel and I would squeeze out excess water. That's just how I like to use it, or like a paper towel. And you can do it too. I will tell you, so top here is really great for like applying, getting kind of like in those corners, right? It's also good for spotting. So if you want to do like a concealer. And the bottom is good for blush. It's good for like getting wider parts of your face. And then this side, it's like shaped kind of like an egg, is great for kind of getting in here and like going around. So here we go. We're going to start with the Josie Maran Whipped Argan Beauty Butter. So this is a great product, and I'm going to tell you why. Let me get, I want to get some specifics for you because this actually does a lot. It brightens. I think that it tightens a little bit, but it's made of that argan oil. So it's going to give medium coverage. It's buildable too, which is important. But it also has a lightweight texture, right? So I'm going to just start with the cap here. And normally I would put this on my hand if I were at home because, again, it uses less product. But for here, right there. And I'm going to just kind of start by putting it everywhere.
I think like 10 to 12 hours.
10 to 12 hours to Charleston, yeah?
Driving.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go. I'm beauty blending my way through life. That's not bad. 10 to
It's
12
not a bad
hours.
drive. It's-
So I
it's
wonder what it would.
straight
I
for the
wonder.
most part.
Oh, you said it's freeway?
Yeah, it's like pretty straightforward down there.
Okay. I don't know. That kind of sounds amazing.
I like that color on you.
Yeah, it
Thank
looks
you.
Really good.
It's
Oh
really
my gosh.
just like
You guys, I'm loving how it feels. The other thing is too, okay, so with the Beauty Blender, it's this bumping motion or tapping motion
Yes.
or blotting motion. I don't know what we want to call it, but all of those things apply. So really you want to just take your foundation and kind of, you're really just dabbing it throughout. And this is how you get really, really great coverage is you can kind of swipe over, but you don't usually use a Beauty Blender like a brush. It's more of a stipple. Stipple is the right word. That's what I was looking for. But even if you get, because I don't have a handheld, actually, could I grab that mirror over there just so I can make sure I get a little bit more even?
Can you get it, Sean? Yeah.
Thanks, Sean. Sorry. I just figure otherwise there's a blank background and people are like, where'd she go? It's like I fell over. I did that one night, by the way, when I was on air because I had a coughing fit.
right there,
And
right
like,
there.
I had to like step off for a second because I was dying in the middle of being on air. And they were like, where did she go? I just disappeared. Sorry about that, by the way. Okay, so this really quick, I'm just gonna blend this out. This is the Beauty Blender that I'm using again. I do go over my eyes. Ladies, do you take your foundation over your eyes?
Yes, and it's
Always.
a nice base for the eyeshadow.
It is a nice base. I'm so glad you said that. I agree.
I'll do my concealer too sometimes if you're trying to do like a really pop of a color.
Yes. Oh, that's a great piece of advice too. I'm so glad you guys are hanging with me today. This is fun.
We're excited.
I love getting everyone's because everyone applies their makeup kind of different, you know? So I love getting that advice. Okay. I'm just kind of like going through this. Okay, so after you've put this on, again, just kind of go through, get that down. Awesome. All right, now that we have this on, the next thing that we're gonna do after you put on your foundation is I actually like to do, I did come in with my brows done, by the way, everyone, so I just want you to know that my brows were the only thing I had done on my face. But I did do them because I usually do my brows first before I do anything on my face, because what a lot of people don't realize is your brows actually frame shape your whole face. So it matters, like whether you do an arch or whether you know what. So if you haven't tried doing your brows yet and you're looking for an instant way to make yourself over, try that. Okay, so I beauty blended down. So the next thing that I'm actually going to do is we're going to do a little bit of contour. So we're going to start with the, this is amazing. Okay, this is by Benefit. Well, first of all, can we talk about the packaging?
Oh my god.
How pretty is that?
So cute.
It's beautiful. And this is has everything you need. This is their blush bar. So this has Hoola, which is one of their best-selling bronzers. It also has that Gold Rush, the Rocketeer, the Dandelion. I mean, it has look at this. And it even has an application brush if you wanted to use it. I'm actually going to use some of the brushes that we have here. So generally when I put on, I do my contouring first. So I'll start with the Hoola, which is again one of their best-selling products. I always tap out the excess so then you're not getting like too big of lines here. But I usually use an angled brush. This is the Contour Definition brush. This is their F109, and this is by Urban Decay. So this is what I'm going to use, and I just take it right in my cheek crevice here, and you're going to do almost like a backwards 3 to do your contour. That was an old pageant trick that I learned like a decade ago before it was popular on YouTube to do your contour.
No way, really?
Yes way. And actually, a lot of contouring, from my understanding, came from the drag queen scene. They taught us how to do our contour and our highlighter.
We've learned so much from them.
Oh my gosh, amazing. I mean, if you want to know how to do makeup, let me tell you what. Just so many great, that's where a lot of this came from. That's where we learned how to do a lot of our pageant makeup too. So again, you're just going to go in a backwards 3, and you'll notice on one side, so if you look kind of, see how I've got that glow here and it's a little bit more like not so much there. So just go kind of, and you always want to go, again, get your kind of up on this bone right here, right? And then come down. And then I will always blend down my neck just because I do. But you want to kind of blend that into your hairline. And ladies, if you have really fair blonde hair, you can still do this into your hairline. Just make sure you kind of like rustle that out a little bit so you can't see it in your hairline. But don't be afraid to try this. I'm going to do the other side now. Again, starting within my cheeks. And the key, here's the key to getting this like glow that you want. The key is not letting it, what do I want to say? Blending it down. You want to blend this down because if you don't, it's just, I don't know, it's not what you want.
We have some more suggestions for places to go. I lost it. Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
And this Sarah heard that the west coast of Florida is nice, and then somebody else said Fort Myers Beach, which I believe is on the west coast. Yeah.
It's on the West Coast?
Yeah, Florida and Savannah, Georgia.
Really?
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Okay. Well, I'm loving all the suggestions. And just so you know, I'm going to go back afterwards, and I'll go through and look through everything and let you guys all know where I end up. Okay, so after I put my bronzer on, I always go through with a thick brush and I do blend it down because sometimes it can just stick a little bit more than you want, right? Mm-hmm. Do you guys find that too? And then I'll even go through with my beauty blender and make sure I just blend it in. I think that it's a dance with this, you know, right? Like it's getting that, to get that glow, it's really just about blending it. The biggest key to like getting that look that you want is always going to be that blending, right?
That's for sure.
Okay, so then we're gonna move into doing, next, after you do your contour, next you're gonna wanna do your blush. So I'm gonna use this flathead here. This is the Optical Blurring F105, also Urban Decay. I think I'm gonna do the Dandelion. Dandelion looks to me like a really universal shade. This actually palette looks great. Regardless of your skin tone, I feel like this would work for you no matter what. This Benefit palette, like it's amazing. So now I'm going to do some cheek color. You just want to go on the apple of your cheeks and then bring that up. So apple of your cheeks, just bring this up kind of here, just like that. It's going to add a little bit. It's funny because it's showing stronger on camera than I think it is in person. So I think my cheeks look really pink, but in person they look like just the right rosy shade, right? Yep. So if you're seeing this in person, or on camera, don't fear, it's not that bright. After you do your blush, okay? Sometimes you can take your blush up too, like if you want to kind of take it up into your temples, you can do that. And then next we're going to do the highlighter. So I think, ladies, which one should we do? Should we do the Gold Rush or the Rocketeer?
The gold one.
The Gold Rush?
Oh,
Okay.
for the golden
So
hour.
for that golden hour?
Yeah.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah.
So I am using the Flat Optical Blurring Brush by Urban Decay. And this is, reflecting light is one of those things that's what you're getting, that dewy. Like you'll notice my skin is very dewy right now, right? Where you want to place this, you want to follow the top of your cheekbones into the side of your eyebrow. I don't know where my words are today. eyebrow, eyelid. I don't know. They're not with me.
Just keep saying your face.
Your face. Just say
Just
put it on your face. Okay, so see, I'm getting that nice glow. If you look between this one and this one, I have a better glow on this side. Plus, this has a little bit of color to it too, so it's bringing that blush color up. So I'm gonna put that up right here. All right, so that, you know, I'm gonna put a little bit of that rock right here too. Look at that. And then also you can take your highlighter and put it right at the tip of your nose and right at the tip of your lip too. It just gives some more reflection and again gives you that really dewy glow. So, and then what I do again, I will go back through. The key is to blending, and I'm gonna blend this all down because otherwise it just doesn't, it's not the look you want. You don't want like, the one thing you don't want when you contour is like a line and like a line. Like that's what you don't want. So if you're looking in the mirror and you see these like hardcore lines, then it's time to like redo it, right? And I get it. Right now it doesn't look like a complete look, but it's because I'm not finished
So
yet.
many people do highlighters so many different ways.
Do they really?
Yeah, I just feel like some people are like nose, like top of the head. I don't know.
It all kind of depends like on the look. Like when I'm doing like a dewy look and I want it to look a little bit more natural, this is generally how I'll do it. But I think it just depends. But you're right, I have seen people, like there are different ways. And different makeup artists
Right.
will do that too.
Inside the eye, right there by the tear.
Oh yeah, I'll do that too.
Do that?
Yep, I'll do that after I get, as a matter of fact, speaking of eyes, Mike Z,
Oh, is
look
that
what
a
we
segment?
have. We have, oh, okay, palette that you will love, that's pretty universal. This is the Naked Reloaded Urban Decay. Look how pretty.
So
Have you ladies ever used this?
I had the original one, but
Yes.
now I need this one.
Right? So this is great because here's the deal. Take a look at these colors that go all the way across. So this is a nice palette because you get a mixture of metallics and you get that matte. Because a lot of times we get palettes that are either all glitter, they're all matte, but you need a mixture of both because that's how you're gonna get a little bit of that highlight and that contour. So generally what I would do is, and I'm gonna do it now, I will go back to that face primer that I was talking about a little bit earlier. I have eye primer at home as well, but I'm gonna use a little bit of the face primer on my eyes. And the reason that you use the eye primer is it's going to pick up the pigment of the makeup just a little bit better so that you get like a more even look, but it also gives you kind of like that pop of color. You guys, I feel like it's so quiet. We're so quiet. What's happening over there?
We have another suggestion, one which is close, Wildwood, New Jersey.
Wildwood. Okay, my husband and I went when it was winter, so there was nobody. It was literally closed.
Mm-hmm.
Everything on the boardwalk was closed, but I understand they have one of the biggest boardwalks in the country. Is that
True.
correct?
True.
Really?
Okay. It's like 3 miles,
that.
I think.
I've heard
crazy.
North Wildwood is nice if you want to get away from the boardwalk.
Yeah.
Newport Beach, Rhode Island came from Donna, and Ramona said Wildwood.
Really? So Wildwood, I'm very interested to go to during the day because I've heard that there's a lot to do down there. I mean, that boardwalk looked busy, right?
They have like different like parks, I think, rides. They got all kinds. They have like activities on the beach. I'm pretty sure. Like last time I was there.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so do you want to know something that you guys do differently here that we don't do on the West Coast?
What's that?
You have to pay to go to the beach.
Mm-hmm.
I've never done that before we came here.
I think like the tri-state area is probably one of the few places that does that because
It helps with beach cleanup in the winter.
Oh, is that what it is?
So we do like the seasonal pass, or you do the day pass, or the week pass.
Where
It helps with
do we
beach
get those if I need to go to the beach? Like, what happens if what is it like getting a ticket when you park in the wrong place? Like, you have to pay
No,
a fine?
so like, what they have is like when you like walk on the beach, they have like a tagger, and they're just like, oh, can I see your beach pass? And then you show it to them, and you walk on, and if you don't have it, you just pay them right there.
I don't think I've ever paid to go on a beach.
That's crazy.
Right?
I'm so used to it. Like I look for them now.
I told my husband, I was like, where did we go? Where did we move to? I was like, what's happening? Okay, so first thing I did was I put a light color here on my lids. Just kind of brightens your eye. It opens up the eye. That's the reason I did that. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this brush. And since we're doing golden hour, I'm going to do a little bit of this. This is called Reputation. And it's kind of got like a peachy, goldeny, bronzy. I always tap excess product off. It keeps from getting like kind of clumped and crowded in there. And I'm gonna put this right in between in my crease right here. And I'm going to go all the way down and all the way over. So it's going to give some more dimension to my eye, but it's going to give that glow right on the top where it's not like in the way. But do you know a really fun trick that I love to do? If you take makeup, any type of makeup spray, like setting spray, your favorite setting spray the end of this brush, get something like that Reputation, and then put it right across that lid for a dewy, glowy finish. Amazing, especially when you do it with like a glittery more eyeshadow. Try that if you've never tried that before. It's a really fun, because what it does is the makeup primer helps it stick to the brush, and it gives you a better, like wetter application, so to speak.
Oh, but great tip number one.
Hey,
that's a good one.
You know, thanks. Hey, I try. I want you to be able to get something out of my makeup Mondays, other than crazy. My husband always says you can't say McCrae without saying crazy.
That's true.
Isn't that nice? It's an inside joke, I guess. Anyway. Okay, so everything matches, right? It's so funny because in my monitor, I don't know what it looks like there, but in my monitor it looks so dark, but in person it doesn't look like that at all.
No, it looks great.
Does it look normal? Okay, because I'm looking here and I'm like, whoa, it doesn't look blended. It's so bright. Okay, so I did that, and now what I want to do is, I think I should do like a little bit more of that. Let's do this brown here on the end, and we're going to mix it with that deeper color, okay? I'm going to put it right here, kind of like a wing. If you want to, I know Katrina earlier was talking about that her eyes look a certain way. Katrina, if you wing your eyes where you're just putting it in the corner, kind of like this, in this fashion, with a brush that's like this one, this is the Moon Dust, E20. This is Urban Decay. If you do more of like a wing look, kind of like this, it will actually extend the eye, and it'll keep your eye from looking raccoonish, as you said earlier. Plus, if you're not sure how to get, here's another tip. Are you ready? If you're not sure how to get the wing look, if that's what you're looking for, take a piece of tape, like Scotch tape, put it right underneath your eye right here. The other thing you can do is you can also take the edge of like a paper towel, and you can kind of just go like along your, like this, see? It'll give you that hard line. That's really what you're looking for, is a hard line if you don't have the right brush. So you can use their tape, and then you just peel the tape off, fill in your makeup.
Where did that trend come from? The wing.
The tape or the wing dye?
Just like, you know.
I feel like the wing dye was from like the 80s. Maybe.
The wing in the corner?
Yeah, I feel like that was from the 80s, and then we brought it back like all nostalgia-like. I think. Maybe someone can Google it, because honestly, I actually don't know the answer to that
I
question.
feel like the first time I saw it was when I first saw Amy Winehouse.
I mean, she definitely, but Amy Winehouse loved like vintage looks.
Right.
So I would be curious if it came from the 80s or if it was even earlier than that. I honestly don't know, and I kind of feel silly for not. But if you want your eyes to get more of that cat eye, and again, you can put a tape, you can even put your finger here just like this to stop it. It'll give you a hard line. Look how great that is. It's so easy. That's assuming you're not using an angled brush. The angled brush makes it a lot easier, ladies. Like, I don't know what you're using at home, but brushes are your best friend. Okay, so once you put that together, I'm actually going to take my blush brush, and I'm going to blend it out. Because usually what I would use is a big puffy brush, eyeshadow brush, and I would just blend with nothing on it. So here we go. We have this down. And then to Mike Z's point earlier, thank you, Mike Z, talk about getting that highlighter right in the corner. So I'm going to take Angel Fire out of this Urban Decay palette. I'm using more of a pointy angled brush here. This is going to be your Urban Decay medium eyeshadow, and I'll put it right in the corner of my eye, kind of like following that triangle, if you will. It's going to kind of just brighten your eyes and open your eyes. If you're really tired, ladies, in the morning, if it's Monday and you've had a great weekend at the beach and you have to go to work and you're like, oh my gosh, it cannot look like I've gotten 3 hours of sleep last night, try putting some highlighter and brightener right in the corners of your eye. It's like an instant lift, if you will. And as a matter of fact, one thing that you can do is just use a matte color. It's just a brighter matte color. You can also use a brighter concealer if you don't have any eyeshadow here. So that was the Reloaded kit. And I'm telling you, we have this. I think we have it in the comments, right? Mm-hmm. One of the best kits you can have. Okay. So what else are we having going on over there? What's happening?
So the cat eye.
Yes.
Which we were speaking of.
The cat eye.
Wing,
yep.
Dates back to Cleopatra.
Oh, so I was way off. Not even close.
It was popular in the 20s with Josephine Baker.
Yes.
And in the 40s with the pinup models.
Do you know what also became popular in the 20s? The red lip. That's where the red lip came from. And actually, I think the red lip came from Cleopatra now that I think about it. When I looked that up, I think that's where it came from. Someone else can tell me if I'm right or wrong.
Yeah, even Disney princesses.
Yes, well, hey, you guys, the humidity with my hair. I'm sorry that I'm like messing with it, but this is a mess. Okay, so I've got basically my face done. Again, I did come in with my brows. What I would do next if I was at home in my bathroom is I would do my brows next, but I came with them already done. So the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to apply my mascara. This is our Too Faced, yeah? Can I say this on air? Better Than Sex mascara. My mother's watching this. My mother's watching this. Hi, Mom. Okay, so here we go. Better Than Sex mascara. That's what I'm using. This is from Too Faced. And I'm just going to kind of put this on. It comes in really great packaging. Don't you think it's pretty?
So pretty.
Have you ladies used this before?
That's the one I do use.
This is the one you do use? Okay. Why do you like it?
I've been using it, I think, since I was like in high school. I just love it.
Really?
It's very good volume, the length, and it doesn't get clumpy. And you know what else it doesn't do?
What?
Flake.
Oh,
Like, you know how sometimes
right.
mascara, by like the end of the day, you're like wearing half of it under your eye?
Yeah.
I don't get that with this.
Really?
That's very true, because I struggle with that. And
Do
I use-
you?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's another thing. I see a lot of ladies doing this with their mascara, right? Before they put it on. The more you do that, the more air that gets in, which means you'll dry your mascara out faster. You actually don't
Ooh,
have
I
to
didn't
do
know
that.
That's a really
I
good
didn't know
tip.
that.
Mhm.
Tip number 3.
So when you're doing, and you should be replacing your mascara about every 3 months. One of the reasons it'll flake sooner, some mascara just flakes because it's not a great formula, but one of the reasons your mascara will flake sooner is because there's too much, it's dry inside. And by doing that, you're actually making it drier. So really, when you do put it away, you just need one swipe. If you want to get more of it, you can kind of push around and you can do that, but don't kind of pull it in and out because that's actually going to dry it out a little bit quicker. So
That's good to know.
anyways, so then I'm just going to do 2 coats of this. I always do 2 coats. And if I'm being honest, I pretty much wear, I'm not wearing them now, but I live in false lashes. But I will do my mascara before I do my false lashes, which most people don't do. And I do that because I can see the waterline a little bit better. And then I'll do a coat of mascara on my false lashes when I do them.
Interesting.
I know. It gives you just a bigger eye, I think. A better appearance. And ladies, never neglect your bottom lashes. Always put just a little bit of mascara down there because it just kind of completes your look. Once I do my mascara, I'm going to go back to my Naked Reloaded palette, and I'm going to go back to that Precise brush. Now, I would use, you know what I do have? I brought one of my own brushes from home that I'm just going to kind of pull out here really quickly because I get a really precise, this is what I use for my eyeliner. So, and you can, you just need a flat-ended brush. So I'm going to take out that brown color here with a little bit more of, so this is Endgame with Bucked. I'm going to tap that excess, and I'm going to go right under here. And literally you just take a flat angled brush and go right under. And it just kind of gives your eye just that little, so earlier we were talking about raccoon eyes, right? If you take a brush like this that's thinner on the ends, you're less likely to get that. If you do have smaller eyes, though, my sister has really small eyes actually. So I will only do liner in the waterline. But here I'm doing it on the bottom.
Speaking of raccoon eyes, Katrina, who had asked that question,
Hi,
put
Katrina.
a very nice link to the history of the winged eyeliner.
Thank you, Katrina. I appreciate that actually,
As
because I
well
didn't
as,
know.
the history of eyeshadow.
If you're doing that winged look, take one of these flat brushes, only in the corner right here, and add just a little bit right there. Just like that. And that'll accentuate that wing that we were talking about. And it's not as, like, to your point, Amy Winehouse really did, like, a strong cat eye.
Totally.
But, so we have more of a completed look here. All right. Now what we're going to do is I am going to touch up my brows with the... Oh no, this is eyeliner. No, I am not. This is the No Tug eyeliner. Okay, I love this stuff. This is the Silk Taupe. I'm going to put this in my waterline because that's how I like to do it. Now, I'm curious, ladies, if you've ever done this. Do you ever put it up in the top of your eyes?
No.
Isn't that called tight lining or something?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, gold star.
This gives, as a matter of fact, you know who did a whole series on this was Sloan. Sloan
had to
just did a
watch it.
whole
I'm the
thing, and she did
worst.
it does work.
I'm the worst at eyeliner. I watched Sloane's video, and it actually did help a ton.
Right. So, ladies, if you have not learned how to tight line properly, check out the Sloan series. Is that on YouTube? It's on YouTube, right? And Beauty IQ maybe? Okay, take a peek because she's got some great advice and it's fantastic. Okay, so here we are. My face is almost complete, but I'm missing 2 things. The lip, which I will do now. We have 3 great colors here. This is the Laura Geller Lip Hugging Lip Gloss. This color is blush. I love this. What a great summer color, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And then this is going to be the Cali Coral. And that's a little brighter. And then this is more of a taupe, so it's a tiki tan. What should we do? What do you want to see? You want to see more of a taupe, like more of a nudie lip?
What about shimmer?
You want shimmer? I think this one, the taupey one, has a little bit of shimmer to it. You know the other thing you can do for shimmer is you can actually put shimmer eyeshadow in your lip gloss.
McCrae tip number 4.
It does work. You have to get the right kind, but it does work.
There's so much learning going on today.
Listen, I'm trying, okay?
You're doing a great job.
Okay, so we have a little shimmer here. All right. So, nice and glossy, which that's really the tip to glowy skin, right? You need glow on your lips, glow on your eyes, glow everywhere. Okay, so final touches when you're finishing your glow. Highlighter, but a good highlighting palette, like this one here. This is our Tarte. This is Skin Twinkle Volume 2. This is a lightening palette. So you'll notice you have a little bit, oh crap, I ruined the pretty. My nail got into it. So you have the lightest over here on this side, and it goes into that nice goldeny shade. And then you even have kind of a more of a darker tone. So whether you're tan, whether you're fair, this kit will work well for everybody. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with the Daylight, which is that really light color. It comes with a brush, which is perfect for application. Again, brushes really make or break your makeup routine. I'm gonna go right over the top. Ladies, I do my highlighter twice. Look at that, that's bright. That's bright.
It's so pretty.
I know.
Wow.
So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna blend this, by the way, but I'm just putting it on first.
Speaking of 80s glam.
Yes, but that's what you want. You want that I am gonna blend it down, but you want this you don't want a line. You want it to blend in, and look at how fun. It's great.
So why did you use the fan brush sideways to create that line and not use it the full width of the brush?
Because that's a good question, Mike Z.
Well,
That's a good question.
broken clocks right towards the day.
So the reason that I used it this way instead of all the way like this, what I'll do when I'm doing no blush, no nothing, to get more of a fuller coverage, I don't want my whole face to be shiny. I just want a pop on the top of my cheeks.
Sure.
And sometimes you want just a pop on your nose. So it's a lot easier to just use it this way because it gives you a more precise line and you're not getting a hard line. This brush would work really, really well too if you are doing the, what do I want to call it? The bronzing, the contouring.
Sure.
This brush can be used for both. So get yourself a fan brush like this. And with that, then you can also triple use it and do it, Mike Z, to your point, all the way across as a blush. So this is your bronzer, highlighter, contouring brush in one, and it even comes in this palette. I think we have the link posted at the bottom for this kit. Is that right? Perfect. So here, now this is the final touch. And then then I'm gonna blend down and my look is complete. Now normally what I would do is I would put lashes on because I'm a lash girl and I just like them. But basically this is my whole face. Obviously we did this over basically an hour, so it seems like a long time, or it might seem kind of daunting. But you can add just one of these products, even just grabbing the highlighter will be able to pop that glow. Maybe you just need to try the Josie Marin. I will point out one more thing that I do, and I'm gonna do this right now. I do a little bit of highlight with my makeup. Ladies, if you've never tried Shape Tape, take my advice and grab it because this is literally your new makeup BFF. Do you girls have this?
Mm-hmm.
It is. I used it for the first time here in the studio. I use it every single night. So this is really blendable, but I will tell you, when you get this home, it dries really fast. So when you're applying it, just make sure that you're not, just letting it sit there because you want to be able to blend it out. It's blendable, it's buildable, but it tightens and it lifts. If you want amazing brows, this is your multitasker. I do not use this for spot treatment. I use this to lift under my eyes, and I use this to actually lift my brows to give me a better shape. So if you want amazing brows, use this right underneath and then blend out and blend over. And it doesn't matter what your brows look like. You can give yourself any shape that you want. This stuff is amazing. I can't say enough.
Excited by it.
I'm so excited about it. I'm telling you, this like changed my life. Okay. It's kind of sad, but it's true. So I just take it out and I put some on my hand. You don't need very much. And I always, when I'm using it as highlighter, I always use about a shade or two lighter than my natural skin because you want it to be brighter. And I prefer to use this in lieu of concealer. I mean, powder. Like you can do a lighter powder, but I prefer to do this. So which brush do I want to use? I'm going to use, you know what, we'll just use this one. This is the flat optical blurring brush. Normally what I would do with this, guys, is I would take my beauty blender, which here it is, and I would put this on in the shape of a triangle, okay? Which right now it's not much of a triangle, but you get the idea. Shape of a triangle, and I'd go up over here, okay, over my brows to get that shape. And then what I would do is I would take a fluffy eyeshadow brush and I would go in circular motions. But I'm not using one of those today. I'm going to use a flat brush. And I'm literally just going to pat this down. And this is going to give me that highlighting effect without adding any glitter or shimmer or shine right where I want it. And you always do it in the shape of a V. So you want it to come down like this and up like this. Then you want your highlighter here, your blush here, and your bronzer underneath. That should be the layering that you do. So it goes triangle concealer, your highlight here with your powder. Then you want to do your blush right here, and underneath you're going to want to do that contour. And this is how I always finish my face. And just like that, I'm all done. So full face, I will do one more coat of mascara just because I feel like I always need more because I'm a lash girl. But you can check out all of these products on QVC.com. We have the links in the bottom. And I appreciate all of the vacay tips. I do take over QVC's Instagram on Tuesdays sometimes for my getaway guides, so stay tuned for that. I'd love for you to join. And let me do a quick review of what we used today. So start with your brightening serum. This is the Tatcha. That's that vitamin C peptide. You use this after you cleanse your skin. Then you're going to moisturize, always moisturize. This is the Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream. This is hydrating and anti-aging. One of the best products I've ever used. Next, you're gonna wanna use the makeup primer. This is gonna make your makeup sit a little bit better. It's going to help with those fine lines and wrinkles and kind of blur that out a little bit, plus gonna give you a little bit of light. Then, next up, you're gonna wanna use your foundation. The Josie Marin, what we use today, this is the Ultra Hydrating Velvet Foundation. I applied it with a beauty blender. Then we moved on to our Blush Bar Benefit Kit. I just want to show you how pretty this is. Not only is the packaging cute, but check this out. Amazing. This is everything you need to highlight and contour. If you're looking for one-stop shopping, like everything you need in terms of like getting that glow, getting that contour, and having your blush, this is exactly what you need. This is the Blush Bar by Benefit. Then if you're looking for a one-stop shop palette, the Naked Reloaded, one of our absolute favorites. Then we have the Tarte, which comes with a brush. This is the Skin Twinkle Volume 2. This is that lightning palette that I was telling you about. Check this out. Highlight. This is what's on my cheeks if you're wondering why it looks so great. Then, of course, Urban Decay has great sets of brushes. And then Laura Geller Lip Gloss is what we used for our gloss. We used the Benefit eyeliner. This is the gel eyeliner, no tug. This is what I use to tight line underneath my eyes and on top. Mascara is the Too Faced Better Than Sex. And then, which I'm not an adult. I can't say it seriously. And then the Tarte Shape Tape, which again is great for lifting. If you don't have this, #1 in your arsenal. So please feel free to join me on my Facebook page as well, Rochelle McCrae, QVC. And I look forward to talking and interacting with you more. Thanks for all the vacation advice, too.
Yeah, McCrae?
Yeah.
Way to go.
Thanks.
Another one under your belt.
Another one. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got some good tips and tricks. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day.